Coming up, we're going to be talking about smart gimbals that are on the market these days. If you want to see one of the ones that I recently purchased and learn more about it, stick around and I'll show you. So if you're a content creator just starting out, you're probably working with a limited budget. And when I say limited budget, meaning you're probably just using your phone to start out making videos. But you're probably wondering, how can I make some nice, smooth panning shots, smooth transitions while I'm moving and keep the phone steady without all that shakiness? Well, they got gimbals out there on the market for them, and they've had them for years. But the latest craze right now that is being seen on social media platforms out there, especially on TikTok, and you may see them ads for these things on Facebook, but it's this gem right here that everybody's going nuts about, and this is the L7CPro foldable gimbal with AI, and AI is artificial intelligence, which is this little sensor that's on the side here. So this thing I came across on TikTok. I saw an ad for this and I decided, gee, looks pretty neat. Now there are cameras out there that will actually do smart things and intelligent things and follow you around and make those smooth transition or smooth pan shots up and down, left and right and everything. So I thought, is this thing really as good as some of those more expensive cameras out there that already have them built in? Well, I decided to purchase this thing, and today we're going to unbox this, show you what all comes with it, take it outside and give it a try and see if it's worth the money that you spend on one of these. So let's get going here, open up the box and show you what all comes with it. All right, so here is the L7CPro Plus gimbal, and we're going to take it out of the box here, show you what all comes with it. So opening the box up, you got your user's manual there. Looks like there's a instructions here for the artificial intelligence or AI tracking mode information. Here is you got the tripod for it, and inside the tripod is the USB charging cable. There is the mini tripod for it. This is the artificial intelligence or AI tracking module that's magnetic. I believe it's magnetic. Yes, it is magnetic. It gets mounted on the side. And then inside this here is the actual gimbal itself. So there is the gimbal unfolded, and we're going to have to charge this thing up fully. As with any new device that you get, always charge it up fully before you use it. There's the controls for it, the joystick, and the other buttons, which I'll be getting into once we get this thing charged up fully. Okay, so we got everything charged up with the gimbal, and the phone we're going to be using today is my brand new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Is going to be the phone that we're using for the demonstration today. So hopefully I won't have to take this cover off of here, the case off of the phone. Hopefully it should go into the gimbal without taking this off. So all charged up, ready to go. We'll put this stuff off to the side, and not sure yet if I'm going to put the strap on, but if you would want to put the strap on, it goes right through there. Just put it through the loop and loop it around and attach it. So we're going to power it on, which is this button right here, I believe. And it beeped, and it's where it's supposed to be. So let's go ahead and see if the phone fits in here without taking the cover off of it. I'll move it up there a little bit so it doesn't hit the buttons on the phone. Looks like it might not fit in here without taking it out of the case. Maybe I'll get lucky. Nope, it does fit. Nope, doesn't fit in there right, so we got to go ahead and take it out of the cover. Now it should fit in with no problems. There we go. So the next thing you're going to want to do is download the app to go along with the gimbal. So open up your phone and scan the QR code that's there. It will take you to the store. It'll take you to a thing first where you select if you're getting it from the Apple Store or Google Play. And once you get to the store, just go ahead and click on install. It's going to download, and in a couple seconds it'll be on your phone. So you turn the Bluetooth on your phone, and should come up here. There it is, GP7-NO. Once it's paired, go to the app. Which is Gimbal Pro, which you saw me download. And once you got all your permissions set on it, it should connect right up there, which it says it is connected. More permissions that you can set. It's just notifications. But there it is. There you can see, have it set up. And if I move the joystick, the phone tilts. Moving the joystick up, turning the phone to the right, turning the phone to the left using the joystick. And on the back of it here is a button to take pictures. Which it just did. That's pretty neat. And there's the zoom feature. Using the button right here on the right, you can zoom in, zoom out. And I'll have to check to see what the button on the left there is for. There should be a way of turning this phone from vertical to horizontal if you want to make horizontal videos. There it is. So it's actually the button you use for the power button. Long pressing it turns it on and off. Short pressing it takes it from horizontal to vertical. Pretty neat. And then the last thing we have to do is, we'll put this back to vertical mode, is we have to put the artificial intelligence or AI sensor on it, which is this gem right there. So there is the sensor, and these lights on here all mean something. So we will go ahead on the side over here, which you can see has the holes there. Turn it that the sensor is facing the same way as the lens of the camera. And there's two magnetic holes there. Just pop it in place. And then you'll have to go and turn the function on, which I'll have to check in the instructions here. So according to the instructions, button 1 there is single press to turn on and off gesture recognition function. The button number 2, you double press that, turn on and off face tracking function. So one other thing to show you here with the with it, before we take it outside, once you have the app open here and everything, you can see that the Bluetooth is connected. You can obviously switch back to yourself. There we go. And then over here, you can have it selected to do vlog, video. And when you have vlog up, this gives you some examples of vlogging. It automatically defaults back to the picture taking or snapshot mode. Press it again. There's the video mode. Press the button on the back like we did to take the picture, and then that starts the video recording. Press it again to stop it. There's more settings. There's a slow motion setting, time lapse, and M time lapse. So we're just going to keep it on default. The other button at the bottom there is obviously to switch to camera, and then that just shows you all the photos and videos that I took so far with it. Up top here is the home button. There you can have more functions with the camera, set the video resolution. This here is the gimbal follow mode, which you can manually set on here. Live face tracking if you're walking, sport or sport mode. And then there's more settings up there for the phone as well to turn the light on and off or the flash on your camera. And then hit the home button and it takes you back to the home. So let's get outside with it, see what it does. All right, so we have the camera set up out here in the yard now, and you can see what it looks like, the gimbal looks like set up on a tripod there with the Osmo Action 3 behind it. But we're going to try and do this and see if this thing's going to follow me like it's supposed to. So right now I'm walking around and it is tracking me. So I have this set to medium, which you can go in and change it in the settings to go faster or slower. But as I'm walking around, it is following me. And if I move down, it follows me. And if I would go up, it would follow me also. So we're going to try turning off the traction feature by holding my hand up. And doing that should have turned the traction feature off, which it did. I'm walking out of the frame and you can no longer see me. So if I walk back in and hold 2 fingers up, this should turn the traction, the tracking part of it back on again, which it did. So I'm standing fairly close to it. I'm probably about maybe 6 feet away or so. So we'll see what happens if I move back further and see if it's going to track me. I'm probably about 10 feet back now, and it's still tracking me. Move around here to the left, to my left anyway, and it's still tracking me. I'll come back in the center, hold my hand up, and see if it turns off the tracking. And it did. So that's at 10 feet. We'll come back in again. 2 fingers up to turn the tracking back on. But it didn't recognize the fingers there at 10 feet. So let's try it again. I'll move my hand a little bit closer, move it around a little bit there. Nope. So it's definitely not picking up your fingers at about 10 feet away, which I'm holding up here. And maybe let's try doing it this way. Now I believe it picked me up. Yep, it did. So the further away you get back, the further away you move back from the camera, the less it's going to perform. And now I'm walking back maybe about 12 feet or so, anywhere between 12 and 15 feet, and it's still tracking me there. It takes a little bit for it to catch up, but it does track me. Now it's getting a little squirrely there because it lost me. You could see it moving there. So if you're close up to it, the tracking does work good on it. Let me hold my hand up there to turn the tracking off again. And let's go into the settings here and see if I can change how fast it moves to follow me. All right, so I went into the camera settings and adjusted everything, or the gimbal settings rather, and adjusted everything to make it follow me a little bit faster, which now it doesn't want to. Come on. Now it doesn't want to follow me. Let's try this again. There it is. Now it's following me to the side as far as it'll go. So you can't really do any fast moving because the sensor on the AI attachment has to catch up to you. But for the most part, if you're doing close-up stuff, it will keep track of you. So let me just stop it again and flip it into horizontal mode. So I'm standing in front of it again. I'll put 2 fingers up. Hopefully the sensor picks up on that, which it didn't. Now the sensor picked up, I saw the camera move, so now it should follow me around as far as the gimbal will go. And pretty much comes all the way around to the back here where you can see the Osmo Action 3, maybe, but I'm standing behind it. And now I'm walking around and it seems to be following me pretty good. All the way around to as far as it goes right there. So, not bad. I'll turn the function off again. The tracking function, we'll flip it back to from vertical to horizontal. I think I might have said it wrong there when I flipped the phone up, but that's all right. So now we're back to horizontal mode. And I'll come out, put my 2 fingers up. There it is. The camera moved. And now it's going to be tracking me again. And we'll walk all the way around again to the back of the camera. And that goes around pretty far. Yep, that's as far as it goes right there. So one thing I did notice with this, it is a little tricky when you first turn it on, getting it set up, getting the camera level and everything, but that just may be something in the settings that I'm not doing right. But walking completely around, it is tracking me, and there it stops again. I'll come back around to the front again. So if you're doing something that's close up like I'm doing right now, yeah, it'll track you pretty good, but the further back you go, the further away you get from the camera, the less the sensor is going to pick up your hand movements and your body and everything to track you. So not too bad for what they call an intelligent gimbal or AI gimbal, whatever you want to call it there. So there you go, the latest gadget to add to your collection of camera equipment for creating videos. This is the L7CPro foldable gimbal, the latest craze that's out on the market right now. So these things retail for around between $60 and $75, depending on where you get them from. I purchased this on through TikTok because I saw an ad and I think I paid about $65 for it. So you can also find them, I'm pretty sure I saw them on Amazon, but depending where you buy it, you may pay a little bit more or a little bit less. Now, is this something I'm going to be using? Do I think it's that great that I'm going to be using it a lot? Well, it is nice, as you saw, if I'm doing something close up where I'm not going to be walking that far away. But I did see cameras out there. The DJI Pocket 3 has the same feature of following you, but it has a greater distance that it will track you and follow you and everything. And 2 of my fellow YouTube friends have them, and I saw them in action, and they are pretty neat. But again, those cameras are a little bit expensive. Till you get everything done, you may be spending anywhere between $500 to $800 for the camera. If you're just starting out, you may not have that much money to play with. But I will put a link down in the description field to my fellow YouTuber JP Videos. He has one of those cameras, and also my friend Matt PG has one of those cameras, and they have videos out there demonstrating the cameras and how far you can walk back and how far it tracks you and everything. So the links to those videos will be down in the description field. Just one other thing to show you. I have this gimbal also. So this is a I even forget the name of it here. I probably don't even have the manual for it anymore. But this, I believe this is a, yes, this is a Joby, J-O-B-Y gimbal that I purchased probably 4 years ago when I started making videos. And I've used it a couple times. This particular model is a JB01656BWW. This is a smart gimbal. And the difference between this one and the gimbal with the artificial intelligence is it's got some other features on it. This does not track you like that one does there with the AI and everything. But one thing that this thing has that the other one doesn't, it actually has a little bit of a telescopic part there that you can raise and lower it. The other nice thing about this is this here will also charge your cell phone while you're filming. It'll charge it from the battery here. This thing, when I bought it, I think I paid around $70 for it. So all depends what you want to do between the AI one here and the smart one. I just wish this one here would charge your phone, which is a nice feature. As far as battery time with these things go, if you're using them heavily and doing a lot of filming, you might get an hour or so battery time out of these things before they die. The batteries do not last that long in either one of these. So that's just something to consider also. So depending how much filming you're doing, yeah, just keep that in mind. And also you cannot get spare batteries for these things either. They're just USB charged and everything. Takes a little bit of time to charge both of these up, but you know, it is what it is. So hopefully you enjoyed this information video there about the latest smart gimbal that's on the market these days. And I'll be doing more product reviews in the future as I find some new gadgets out there or get gadgets sent to me to do reviews on. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Until next time, it's have a ball and do it all. We'll see you soon.